If people had the kind of April Fool's Day I had yesterday, I had a very serious one. Like I was falling left, right, and center. People were just using me the way they loved yesterday when it comes to this April Fool stuff. I think I was actually scammed. One, I was tricked. In fact, there was nothing that didn't happen to me yesterday, all in the name of April Fool's Day. But the good thing is, I have plans to get back at everybody who really tried to prank me. I was pranked. What did not happen? 3 different. But it's okay. Welcome, Abuja. It is Sports Driver's Beautiful Morning, 2nd day of April 2025. So many things happening. I have updates from Miami Open over the weekend, and then some Great Britain player that said he will not be participating in a race because in his country they've asked athletes to pay before they can participate in a race. That's causing an uproar in Great Britain. And then we'll have some football updates. Of course, yesterday, drama in the Coppa del Rey, there's Coppa Italia, there are matches in the Premier League, and there will be more today. Kachi is my name, Sporty Chick on the MIC, the king of sports, and somehow, the Sports Mombasa is right here in the building. This is very beautiful. I don't even, where is Oge? This morning.
I am here. I am here, Kachi.
Why are you sitting there? You want me to pull you by the hair?
No.
How do you want me to pull you?
Well, I made
the leg.
I made my birthday hair.
Oh wow!
Tell them.
If this is your birthday hair, I need to revolt. Something else needs to be put in. If this is your birthday hair, I will be revolting.
Aboki is here, so he's my boss. He said, how much will it cost to make a birthday hair?
He said that?
Yeah, he's listening.
Okay, so this is the hair he paid for you to make? This one is what he paid for. Hey, Wenga, a very good morning to you.
I refuse to believe that this is the hair Aboki paid for. I refuse to believe.
See me and see Oge. Anyways, welcome guys. It's the friends. We have, it's just some athletes, and then in Great Britain, or that will participate on the Great Britain when it comes to races. There's something that's happening there. There's this distance runner. His name is Ben Connor. Mm-hmm. He says, he's declined to race for Great Britain at the European Road Running Championships after being asked to pay to compete. Connor was actually part of Team Great Britain at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, and he had been selected to run the half marathon in Belgium this April. And in its selection policy, UK athletes UK Athletics, that is UKA, they ask athletes for a fee of up to 1,100 euros to cover things like maybe travel, accommodation, food, kits, and stuff. And Connor wrote in a post on Instagram that England athletes have offered to subsidize the cost, which he's sure many are grateful for. But he now went on to say that he felt representing Great Britain shouldn't come down to who can or cannot afford to pay for it. He says representing your country is a privilege, and in athletics it is earned via maybe qualifying process, which maybe sometimes are not always perfect, but it gives everyone the same chances to gain selection. It's not like he cannot afford to pay, but he knows that there are maybe athletes who are good enough but cannot afford to maybe pay some of these things, and he says it should not be so. And UK Athletics have said that the fee is likely to even be under 500 euros, and it added that more competitions get added to the calendar, and that it is impossible to fund all the teams. That is why they are saying athletes should pay this token, and then they feel that it is better to give athletes opportunity to compete than opt not to send the teams at all.
Yeah. So I think it's a two-way street. There's no right and wrong if you think about it.
I feel so too.
The organizers have a good reason behind putting a fee. I mean, think about it. It involves like travel, it involves accommodation, it involves the kit you wear.
Feeding.
So, I mean, that aside, now you feeling like a compatriot representing your country, then you have to pay to do that. So I think there has to be a common ground. Although the initial price or the asking price was £1,100.
So they say that's the most.
That's the most. Then it can now come down to 500, 200 pounds.
Even 250.
Yeah, so depending on your negotiation
not
power.
1,000.
No, I know.
1,100. 100.
Yeah, just there's no 1,000 feet.
But
So-
if you cannot foot my bill, don't try to organize. Why? It's not
If
too. It's not
it's
too
to-
waste for me. I feel like you should be accountable for whatever happens to me or what I will.
As an athlete?
As an athlete, yes. It's just
What if they don't have
it's just
support from the
asking,
federation, like
the Nigerian athlete,
ministry?
or you have a federation? You're asking the Nigerian athlete to
Yeah.
pay for to be among whatever. So for me, it doesn't seem right though.
Okay, so
Because
now,
they're actually
you should
struggling
be able to-
financially. The federation.
now
Okay,
you
it's fine.
you
You
can
say they were struggling
no,
financially.
no,
According to-
the UK athletics, they said that they have, so now they have a calendar of what they want to do in a year. But there
Okay.
are so many competitions, so they now keep bringing in more just so that all the athletes will be able to participate, and that the funds can never be enough to go around for. So instead of them not sending at all, they subsidize and then you pay a little token.
It's on them because they might end up losing a good leg because he refused, to come down to their level. For me, if it all boils down to your decision.
Okay, let's bring this home.
Yes.
Do you
it all
remember?
boils
Do
down
you
to
remember
your
the other day
decision.
you were telling me
Yes.
that you do not like the way our girls are being treated.
Yes.
We have the WAFCON
Yes.
coming up in July, and the team they're
So
not
you want the
camping.
girls to bring out their money
Okay,
to
no,
be able
no.
to go play WAFCON?
They would no. It's not okay. Now it's not a case of maybe bringing out their money to be able to play WAFCON, but this is a situation where that Great Britain, UK athletics didn't want a situation whereby they will now say all their teams. Some will go for competition, some will be left home because they do not have enough. So would you rather, as an athlete, stay home and not go instead of paying a token of maybe 500 euros?
I even understand. Like, there's context
Kachi, the
to
way you're
it.
saying
The
this,
comp-
the way
No,
you're
I'm asking
demonstrating
you a
it's not
question.
token, it's not a token. 500 you listen. It's just like whether it's 5,000 in naira or 50,000 or 100,000. It's still not easy.
We understand.
We are having issues. It's way. So you cannot. It's not a must.
I'm asking. So this athlete have said he is not paying, and that's so that he would not
And
participate.
imagine if he's one of the best.
Now,
Imagine if he's one of the best.
if he's one of the best, you say Great Britain, they will be losing a fine player, a fine athlete. On the part of the athlete who maybe last competed in 2020, who is losing completely.
So-
your career is at stake here.
So-
you will not be performing, and then maybe your prize money will be up to
So are you
$50,000
blackmailing
US
me?
dollars. No, I'm not. I'm giving you
wait,
another.
I think we are missing.
Because
I think
I've not played for the past.
No.
5 or 10
Okay,
years.
You're not getting it.
Okay, I think we are mixing the context here. First off, the comparison to maybe the AFCON or ALCON or whatever.
WAFCON.
The Great Britain racing is open to mass participation. That's one context we need to understand. It's not like at the start of it, 50 people come into it. We can have 1,000 people. We can have 2,000 people. So are you now putting the welfare of 2,000 athletes only on the federation? So that's the context we are considering. So it's not like out of the abundance they have, they are still telling athletes to pay. No, there's a reason behind
Do you know, Wenger,
putting dollar
they didn't
to the
even,
participation.
They didn't even have issue with carrying all the 2,000 of them. The issue that they have majorly is that, let's say they have 20 different competitions. So they feel they cannot carry all of them.
Absolutely. Aside from the competitions,
it's
even the
about
competitors.
understanding.
Exactly.
you.
So, like you said, you can choose to participate or not.
And they will not be.
We can't deny the reason
But
behind
if you
asking.
now look at it as an athlete,
You're also helping yourself.
you're
as
helping
well.
yourself
Yeah. Absolutely.
because it's a token that they're not asking you to pay for everything you're going
And
to
of course, if
use.
you can afford it, why not?
And they will subsidize for you.
If you can afford it, why not?
Man, this is okay. So this is the story of Ben Corner, who is one of the athletes are supposed to be running at the European Road Running Championships this April. Okay, so we have just a little bit of other news. We move from athletics to tennis this morning, and in tennis, let's let you know first of all that a teenager called Mensik denied the legend, the living goat, the old warhorse Novak Djokovic the opportunity to win his 100th title in Miami. Yes, this teenager is from Czech. His name is Jakob Mensik. He beat a childhood idol. I don't like it when they say you beat your idol, but he beat his childhood. And when they add it, they make it feel like so the idol is supposed to feel good because you're being beaten by someone who was actually looking up to you.
Of course, so that's the perspective.
Please, I say that he beat his idol Djokovic to win the Miami Open, having come close to withdrawing with a knee injury just hours before the first round of of a game. And Djokovic, of course, we know he's a 24-time Grand Slam champion, and he had been beaten to become just the third man in the Open era to win 100 single titles. However, his wait will have to go on after he's lost to Mensik, who was just 10 months old. This boy was just 10 months old when Djokovic won his first title in 2006. This is a story from over the weekend. And Djokovic, well, he's not retiring. He doesn't really want to retire anytime soon. At 39, he says he's still feeling good. Whenever his body tells him to stop, he's going to stop. There was a time in 2022 that Djokovic invited Mensik to practice with him after the 2022 Australian Open when he was still in the junior cadre. And Mensik said, in his winning speech, that Djokovic is the sole reason why he's here as a pro tennis player, because he just kept looking up to him. This is for the gentlemen. And for the ladies in tennis over the weekend, Arina Sabalenka, she really powered to the Miami Open final win against Jessica Pegula. It was a 7-5, a 6-2 win, and in the women's event, which means it was a straight set stop. There were 7 breaks to serve in a hard-fought first set, which has swung in the way of both players before the Belarusian won a game to love on Pegula's serve. And Sabalenka's power, I can say, was what really got her out of trouble on a number of occasions, while Pegula struggles to hold her own serve, along with her inability to deal with the force of her opponent's game, proved the world number 4's downfall. Now, remember that Sabalenka also won in Brisbane International in January, but she had gone into the Miami Open final, having lost 2 previous finals. She was defeated by American Madison Keys at the Australian Open, and she was also beaten by Mira Andreeva at India Wells just 2 weeks ago. So this is more like a comeback for Sabalenka. Very, very great things are happening in tennis. So that was how it ended in Miami Open. Djokovic, the 100th single title, is still waiting. Probably by the next competition, he'll try to win it. But Mensik stopped him this time around. But Sabalenka actually powered to win her own game against Jessica Pegula. And if we move away from tennis and get straight into football, yesterday was all dramatic. I was wondering, okay, where were you when the semi-final second leg of the Copa del Rey was going down between Real Sociedad and Real Madrid?
Oge was busy predicting.
Oh, Yazaba!
Yeah.
That's what I kept hearing. Before I got to Yazaba, I said, what's wrong with what's wrong with
Oge was busy predicting Man U versus Nottingham Forest.
I don't like Oyazaba.
Before I could read it, I would get Yazaba. Bro scored 2 late goals to force an extra time.
See, finally, I before the extra time, actually, I tweeted something. I said, how do we watch Real Madrid week in, week out? The way they struggle during games, but still go on to get the results. Just 3 points away from Barcelona in La Liga.
It's in the mind.
Now they are through to, is it the finals?
Yes, the finals. The finals.
They are, I mean,
Clasico, yeah?
Yeah, not yet.
Their next
We're
game
not sure.
When is
we are not sure. It's
Today.
Barcelona
Atletico today.
Now,
I'm sure they'll be playing.
they are still in the Champions League against Arsenal. How do they keep getting results in spite of not being
Wenger,
stellar?
simple
through
and
their performance?
don't worry. Don't think.
No, I'm not answering the question because that's just the general notion.
It's in the mind.
It's the question we keep asking. I know the answer, but we'll keep asking the question every time because we watch, even fans, they were dragging Vinicius Jr. yesterday. He was totally out of sorts, except that wonderful assist for Hendrick in the start of the game. Before you know it, they've struggled through injuries. David Alaba just came back and he caused an own goal.
Okay.
On goal.
Okay. Experience has to count for something.
Yes, of course. I mean, when you're big, you're
This
big.
team,
you don't struggle to
this
do
team's
it.
history.
It's just like someone coming to tell me that I see Madrid crashing. Even Madrid finishing at the bottom of the group stage and then going to struggling to go play playoff. I had no doubt that Madrid will make it to the final of the Champions League. It's when you big things require big names and big players, and that is when they come in. When they come in. It's so. I was looking at Real Sociedad. I'm like, I know I've had an encounter with them. Yeah, Real Sociedad. I don't like Oyazaba. I don't like that name.
And it's also funny that when you mention experience, you look at some of the players that played. They're still young stars infused into this team. Hendrick, Adagula, Brian Diaz. Hendrick was on the bench.
Hendrick was on the bench.
Adagula,
He came on from Mbappe.
Yes.
Gula came in, yeah.
He's the one who get the assist for Rudiger in the extra time. So Adagula, Hendrick, and Brahim Diaz all went for international break.
Yes.
Only, I think Hendrick didn't play for Brazil. He was on the bench. But Adagula played.
He played in the second. He played. He played against.
I don't think he played though.
He played against Argentina. I remember.
Yes, 45 minutes. He played 45 minutes against Argentina.
No.
And they still came back and are still contributing.
Anyways,
I mean, Real Madrid is just
because of our time, we'll take a pause at that point. For everybody who is listening, just know that we are live on Facebook, and then we always live on YouTube. You can go check out what we're doing. Follow our handles. In fact, if you're not following on socials, you're missing out a lot. On Facebook, it is at Nigeria Info Abuja. On YouTube, it is same at Nigeria Info Abuja. While we are live, even after the live, you can always go there, interact with other fans, leave your comments, and we'll get to see them later. So yesterday, what happened was that in the first leg, Madrid already won 1-0 against Real Sociedad, and
in the first leg.
In the first leg. But then yesterday's game, it was just a matter of all the back and forth, and at the end of the day, Real Madrid,
that would be the 200th time I've seen a high-scoring game this season,
bro.
I've seen 4-4, 5-4.
That was
no great spirit of that yesterday.
It was out of this world. They just kept going that back and forth, but Madrid eventually now went into the final. So the implication is today there will be a cracker later in the evening between Atletico Club de Madrid and Barcelona. Remember that the first leg
4-4.
It's currently poised at 4-4. So the winner will meet Madrid. So it's either we're having a Madrid derby or an El Clasico. So if you're hearing us now, go to Facebook, go to YouTube, let us know if you think it is an El Clasico that we'll see in the Copa del Rey final, or if it will be a Madrid derby.
It's not like I'm scared. It is not like I am
but
scared.
nobody actually asked about your fear. Nobody asked about your fear.
Focus on Europa League. Focus on Europa League.
In the EPL yesterday, Arsenal won their game against Fulham. We ended 2-1, and then Wolves beat West Ham 1-0, and then Elanga actually made sure. Yes, I wanted for that to sink in. Okay, Elanga made sure that Nottingham Forest beat Manchester United by 1-0. Yes. Someone's face is looking like she's going to cry, but please don't cry. It's just
I'm a big girl. I'm a big girl. Big girls don't cry. I don't want to say anything bad.
It was just a game.
To Elanga, but peace be with you, Elanga. That's all I can say. Well done.
Okay, it was just a game.
It's crazy.
Anyways, you'll try to join us again tonight when it is 7 p.m. for another edition of Football Friends. The morning is for the drive, and then the evening is total focus on football, which is our Football Friends. There will be other games happening today, but you just have to stick around. Meanwhile, there's a Merseyside derby. I think that's the highlight of the Premier League matches today. That will be by 8 p.m. Liverpool taking on Everton. But
Everton.
We are done from here.
After that big encounter.
Thank you, okay. Thank you,
Kachi.
Wenga. Our time is up. So stick with us by 7 p.m. when we have Football Frenzy. Kachi is my name. Sporting Chikondia Moise, the king of sports. Good morning, Abuja. Boom! Chakalaka-laka-laka!
Ramadan, a time of reflection.